As a property investor, it's really important that you're able to compare the financial performance of your different properties. During this video then, I'm going to show you how to set up bespoke reports in Xero to compare the performance of your properties and to enable you to make informed decisions. Watch in for a demonstration. Okay, so we start off from the home page for your property company on Xero. What I'm going to get you to do then is click on Accounting and then Reports. Okay, once we're in Reports then, I'm going to scroll down and click on Profit and Loss. So it'll be under Financial Statements, Profit and Loss. Before I continue, there's a couple of things, there's a few prerequisites. So in order to be able to do what we're about to show you now is you need to have already set up tracking categories for your different properties. That essentially enables you to have the ability for each of your different properties, the ability to tag a specific expense to that property. I've already made a separate video on how to do this, and so I'll link that in the description of this video. So make sure you do that before you continue with this. Otherwise it's not going to work. What we're going to do then is we're going to click on Edit Layout at the bottom left. Okay, so we've now clicked on that button. We're now going to click onto columns see at the top there, the kind of blued out box. So click columns, and then we're going to scroll down to the bottom. It says tracking. We basically need to repeat that for the number of different tracking categories that we've got. So I'll go off 3 properties as an example just to show you. So I'm going to click columns again, tracking again, and I'll do it one more time. Then what we're going to do is we're going to go click on each of these respective dates, which have a column, which have a date at the top. And you see in there, the properties is my tracking categories are labeled as properties. So we click on this here, it'll open out the options for different properties. And what I do with mine is, just so I can remember them, I basically have like a kind of a code, which is a shortened version of the address. You might want to write it out in full in yours and you set the correct tracking categories. So I'm going to click on one of my properties there, and then I'm going to scroll down to the bottom. Yeah, and then you can see there, it's changed that column to the respective property. So I'm going to do that now for each of the other ones. So let's give that one of the different properties. And then finally, go with it. Okay, so now we've got 3 of our different properties in there. Obviously, you would do this for all the properties you've got. I just want to show you for illustrative purposes though. So you've got 3 different properties in there. What we're going to click now is Update Layout. So what you can see now is you can see that it's worked. You'll have basically the first column will always be the total, and then to the right hand side of that, if you set it up like I showed you, you'll have basically each of your properties. And if you scroll down, you'll be able to see you've got basically a profit and loss statement for each of your different properties. This can be really useful for you to then to be able to monitor your financial performance of your different properties over time. So what we need to do now then is once we're happy, we're going to click Save As a Custom Report. I would then give it a sort of its own name, so we'll call it Profit and Loss by Property. And if you want, you can make this the kind of default report. And I'm going to click Save. I'm not going to do this because I've already got one set up, but if you click that, then that'll be the default profit and loss statement for you. Click Save. Okay, I've already got a name, one called that. Click Save. And now, just to check that's worked, what I'd do is click on Accounting, Reports. And if you go down to your Custom Reports, there it is there, Profit and Loss by Property 2. If you basically select that star next to it, that will mean that report then is when you go on to the search bar for reports, that will come up as a default one. So I'm just going to save this and I'll show you how that works. So if we can go now on Accounting, we can see there But because we put that click that blue star, that's one of the default reports. It'll be there to enable us to click on it from the search bar. And yeah, just to show you here, so you can see that it's worked. It's taken me to the correct report, which is really useful. This is the main one you really need. So just as long as you've got a profit and loss by property, you'll be able to see the different financial performance of each property. The things that might cause you issues, you just need to make sure that any expense that goes into your dashboard, you allocate it to one of the properties. Hope you found this video useful. If so, remember to like and subscribe for more content.